What's up? It's the mayor of Slamtown, Johnny Impact, and you are in the epicenter.
You're listening to Interactive Wrestling Radio, featuring the interactive interview, courtesy of WrestlingEpicenter.com. Welcome back to Interactive Wrestling Radio. On the Newsmaker line with me right now is a man who's been busy all day long today in Nashville, Tennessee. He is the Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion and the mayor of Slamtown, Johnny Impact. Mr. Impact, are you there?
I'm here. Apropos to be on the Newsmaker channel because we are making news. I mean, technically, like, you're reporting news, so all I have to do is talk to you, and it's news technically, right, by definition?
By definition. And every word you say, I have to transcribe, so say a few words. No, I'm just kidding.
Shoot, I guess you don't have to, but that would be nice. I am in Nashville, yes. We just finished a media day to promote the first pay-per-view of 2019, Homecoming. It's on January 6th at the Asylum where Impact Wrestling began back in the early 2000s. And it's something that was pretty cool for me today. Oh, hold on a sec. I'm at the airport. Ah, damn, that's rude. Listen to them. Nope. Just talking in the middle of our interview. God damn it, Mason and whoever, get your damn flight in so she can shut. Okay, here we go. A lot of the people that I talked to in Nashville today were diehard fans of Impact Wrestling and have been since the very beginnings. And it felt really cool to be going back to where Impact began. And it really kind of struck me today because going back to its roots and the journey always takes you home and that kind of thing is one thing to say it, but to be on the ground in Nashville today and talk to people that were fans of Impact and are excited for Homecoming to come back really hit home with me today.
Absolutely. And up until fairly recently, it was the headquarters of Impact. And, you know, I've said many times on this show, it's no secret, Impact, NWA, TNA, those Wednesday pay-per-views is really what brought me back to wrestling after we lost WCW and ECW. Were you a fan at all? I know you were working for WWE at the time, but did you even get a chance to see any of those Wednesday night Asylum era pay-per-views?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say I was a fan. I was aware of Impact Wrestling, but I was kind of in the WWE bubble, which at the time when I was in developmental is pretty time-consuming and almost all-inclusive. So, I mean, Elix Skipper and AJ Styles and a lot of the people that were at Impact back then, I was aware of, I was a fan of, and I still am to this day. But now that I've been a part of Impact Wrestling for over a year, I feel like I've got a much better grasp on the company and its history and its roots.
Very cool. And you guys called me just a few moments ago, and you were in the Asylum, which is very, very cool for me to hear. What did you think of the venue?
I love it, man. And I've wrestled there a couple of times before, and it's such a cool venue. It's first of all got the nostalgia of Impact associated with it. But aside from that, the other shows that I've done in the Asylum have always had this really cool electricity, and I think that's why that Impact started in Nashville, and Nashville became like the heart and soul of Impact Wrestling from day one. It's because the people there, the people in Nashville, are wrestling fans, you know, and they're really cool to wrestle in front of. Also the building is really cool. All those things together, I think, are a lot of reasons why if you're in Nashville, you should make a point of coming to the pay-per-view on January 6th or the TV taping on January 7th before the Asylum closes. Actually, I heard it was getting remodeled sometime soon.
Well, that's terrible to hear. We have to save another one. We almost lost the Mid-South Coliseum in Tennessee a few years ago, and that's been saved. So hopefully we can save the Asylum too. Hashtag save the Asylum.
Mountain offensive.
All right, let's get on that. All right, so since we last spoke, some things have happened. You won the Impact Wrestling World Championship. Obviously, that's why you're on the tour today. How has life been as Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion?
You know, it's good to stand on top of the mountain and drink a Diet Cola and revel in accomplishments. You know, it's been great. You know, no one dreams of being a wrestler when they're a kid and becoming a number one contender or not winning a world championship. It's what I dreamed of from day one when I got into the business.
All right,
and
excellent.
So it means a lot, and I feel like I'm doing my best to be a brand ambassador for Impact Wrestling, and there's already so many positive things that have happened with Impact in 2018, like the upswing, the shedding of a lot of negative connotations about Impact Wrestling, and now I think we're in a really good spot. Wrestling's hot right now. I've got a good feeling that based on the work that we've done as a roster in 2018, we're going to have some opportunities to maybe get onto a network that has more eyeballs on our wrestling show in 2019. And really, though, it all comes back to turning in quality wrestling performances. And the people that are watching and the fans that are coming to the shows have been really gracious in letting us know that they appreciate the work that we're doing. And it feels good to be a part of this company right now.
Very good. We talked a little bit about Homecoming. We know what match you're having. You're at the top of the card. You're going to be facing a guy. I was at the Lucha Underground event here in Phoenix when you faced this man as well, and I've seen your Cage in the Cage match with him as well. Of course, I'm talking about Brian Cage. You've got to be a guy that you're familiar with, and what can we expect from that main event match?
Man, it's tough. He's somebody that I am very familiar with, somebody that I consider a friend. But they call it show business. They don't call it show friends. There's only one world championship, and if I have to pick between him or me, I'm going to pick me. And Brian went on record and said that he was going to do whatever it takes to take the world championship from me. So I think it's fair to say we're going to set aside our friendship on January 6th. And maybe not our respect. I'll always respect Brian, and I believe he'll feel the same about me, win, lose, or draw at Homecoming. But Brian's no joke. I think that this is going to come down to my belief that the main event of a pay-per-view for a world championship is more like a chess game than a powerlifting contest. And that, I think, is going to be my competitive advantage.
Just a couple more questions and we'll let you go. Killer Kross. Killer Kross has been staying in your periphery here. He's been staying close. Thoughts on him, and is he going to play a factor at Homecoming?
Man, I hope not. But, I'd be naive to think that he is going to stay out of it completely, because he's an intelligent man, maybe a little sociopathic. There's probably a few screws loose. But when he sets his sight on something that he wants, he gets it. And I know he wants the world championship. Pretty clear. And he's been offering his services and trying to insert himself into my championship run, and offering to help me against Brian, which I want no part of, because he doesn't really want to help me. I know that there's something in it for Killer Kross. What it is, I don't know. But really, I'm just focusing on Brian Cage, and I'm going to keep myself aware that at some point I'm probably going to have to call an audible or 2 or 3, because Killer Kross is going to be in the building. I think he's going to try something. If he does, I'll be ready. If he doesn't, great. I'll probably have to call those audibles against Brian, because he's no slouch either.
All right. So 2018 has been a huge year for you. You're the Impact champion. You were on Survivor, and you got married to your tag partner from last week's Impact Wrestling. Was it cool to kind of see the year come to near an end, and you were tagging with your partner at Impact Wrestling, your life partner, your wife, Taya Valkyrie?
Yeah, Kira, a.k.a. Taya Valkyrie, is my favorite human. So anytime I get to do anything with her, it's really special for me. But more than that, I respect her ability as a wrestler and her psychology about the business of professional wrestling. So it's more than just special for me to tag with her as husband and wife. It's exciting because I get to tag with somebody that I think really has my back, and we can really kick ass together and put on exciting matches. It does feel like a really special way, you're right, for 2018 to come to an end.
All right, final question. We talked a little bit about your incredible 2018. What can we expect from Johnny Impact in 2019?
Man, expect the unexpected. Expect the best damn year in the history of years. Kira and I wrote like this crazy short horror movie on our honeymoon that we shot in in our house a couple of months back. There's still fake blood all over the place and crap all over the walls from this thing. It's called the Iron Sheik Massacre. I'm really excited for people to see that. I don't want to say too much more about it aside from the fact that the Iron Sheik is involved. And it's the first thing I've directed in a long time. The first thing substantial that I've directed in a long time. So expect to see that at some point in 2019. Expect me to continue to evolve and elevate myself physically and mentally, because I've come to the realization, especially after Survivor, that there's nothing that I'm better at in life than professional wrestling. And while I have this time, while I'm in my prime, I'm not happy with just having that be the thing that I'm best at. I want to push myself and prove that I want to prove that I'm the best in the world at it, I guess, for lack of a better way to say that I deserve to be Impact World Champion, that I deserve to be champion of anything wherever I go.
Excellent. Well, I think that's definitely true. Like I told you many times, my kid's a big fan of yours. We own every one of your movies. I've seen them all. I've seen Sinbad. I've seen Russell Madness. I've seen them all. So I can't wait to see the horror movie. Maybe I'll have to make him skip out on that one, but it should be fun when it comes out.
You should watch it first. Yeah, you should watch that first and then make the decision.
All right.
Don't just take the screening.
Excellent, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Impact Wrestling Homecoming, January 6th on pay-per-view. Can't wait to see it. Johnny Impact, everybody. Thank you for joining us, man.
My pleasure, man. Talk to you again sometime soon.
This is the Wrestling Epicenter. For over 15 years, we've brought you the top names in professional wrestling for exclusive interviews. Everybody you see here has been interviewed by our site. But we're more than just interviews. So be sure and check out WrestlingEpicenter.com for news, results, information, and of course our store. WrestlingEpicenter.com, your #1 source for wrestling information.